Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all. Welcome to the Memorandum of Understanding virtual signing ceremony between Universiti Malaysia Terengganu and the Mizoram University, India. Today we shall witness this signing ceremony virtually, held via WebEx application, UMT's Facebook and YouTube channel between Universiti Malaysia Terengganu's Vice Chancellor, Professor Datuk Dr. Noor Aini Haji Mokhtar, and Mizoram University's Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. KRS Sambasivarao. In view of the COVID-19 pandemic, UMT and MZU have agreed to hold this signing ceremony virtually, with the agreement will be signed simultaneously at two different locations, in Terengganu, Malaysia and Mizoram, India. We wish to acknowledge the presence of all official members from both organizations with us today. Joining from the UMT are Professor Dr. Muhammad Effendi Abdul Wahid, Dean, Faculty of Fisheries and Food Science, UMT. Associate Professor Dr. Ahmad Faisal Muhammad Ayub, Director, International Centre, UMT. Deputy Vice Chancellor of UMT. And joining from the MZU is Professor H.K. Lauddin Pui Fente, Director, International Students Cell and Collaboration, Mizoram University. Registrar of Mizoram University, Senior Officers of MZU and UMT, lecturers, ladies and gentlemen. Fellow guests, University Malaysia Terengganu has been recently ranked the 195th best university in QS Asia University ranking. Having marine science and aquatic resources as the niche area, UMT possessed the needed facilities and experts in ensuring the students to gain the best education. To introduce UMT further, let us now watch the UMT corporate video prepared by the Office of Corporate Communication, UMT. Ladies and gentlemen, Mizoram University was established on the year 2000. The university is located at Aizawl, the capital city of Mizoram, India. Since then, it has been catering the educational needs of the state of Mizoram mainly, and to some extent to the other states in the northeast region of India. In 2014, Mizoram University was accredited A grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council of India and also obtained their ISO certification in 2018. To introduce MZU further, let us now watch the MZU corporate video.
The university, inherited from Northeastern Hill University, had functioned as Mizoram campus for 24 years since 1979. Welcome to Mizoram University. A thriving academic community with its lush, green, scenic hills located at Dunshall in the western outskirts of Aizawl city. Mizoram University is an eco-friendly university and is one of the first universities in the country to run on solar power system. The academic buildings, hostels, administrative blocks and the street lights within the campus are all supported by the solar photovoltaic power plant for electricity. The university was awarded a Grade A by the Mizoram State Pollution Control Board, which conducted a green audit of the university campus. Mizoram University has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with various national and international institutes for research collaborations and exchange programs. The central library consists of a fully automated library system. Computerized bibliographic information is accessible through campus network using Web OPAC. The radio frequency identification management system was installed as security for the library in 2010. Automation of examination and finance sections, as well as intra-campus network and internet facilities are implemented, which contribute to enhanced efficiency of the university work and study culture. The university life is lively and diverse, with 50% of the teaching staff and 16% of students coming from various parts of the country. Visits from eminent dignitaries, scholars, and research scientists from India and abroad on short-term assignments constantly take place under various schemes. Faculty and students play an active role in extension activities like the Red Ribbon Club, Techno Club, NSS and Speak Mekke Heritage Club. Several members of the faculty and students are also actively involved in social services, some of which are curriculum stipulated. Successful PhD and MPhil research scholars as well as postgraduate and undergraduate candidates present themselves for the conferment of their degree. These men and women are now armed with their doctorates, postgraduate and graduate degrees. Most of them will now look forward to a future beyond the confines of Mizoram University, while others will remain to continue further studies and research works. But wherever they go and whatever they choose to do, their lives will now be forever impacted by their years of learning and experience at the university.
Ladies and gentlemen, the collaboration between UMT and MZU was dated back in 2019, where the Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. K.R.S. Sambasivarao, has been appointed as the visiting professor of UMT. Upon his visit to UMT on 2019, many fruitful discussion, knowledge and expertise transfer exchange has undergone, and many potential collaborations and other can be embraced. UMT is forever grateful and honored to be given such opportunity, and we hope with this signing of this MoU, this will ensure both parties are on the same page, setting out the terms of relationship for mutual benefits. On behalf of the committee, I would like to welcome the Vice Chancellor of Universiti Malaysia Terengganu, Professor Dato Dr. Noor Aini Haji Mokhtar, who is with us today in this session and thereon to deliver her welcoming speech. Professor Dato Dr. Noor Aini, over to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to all. Thank you for our MC for the introduction, Alina. To the Honorable Professor K.R.S. Sambasivarao, Vice Chancellor of Mizoram University and Visiting Professor to the University of Terengganu. How are you, sir? Professor T.S. Dr. Muhammad Samri bin Ibrahim, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and International of UMT, Professor Dr. Mazlan bin Abdul Ghaffar, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation of UMT, Professor Madya Dr. Hafiz bin Zakaria, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs and Alumni of our university, and Professor Dr. Faziah binti Haji Abu Hassan, the Pro Vice Chancellor. The hardworking group people that I would like to address here is Professor Dr. Muhammad Effendi Abdul Wahid and Professor H.K. Ladin Hui Fenty, the Director of International Student Cell and Collaboration Mizoram University, and Associate Professor Dr. Ahmad Faisal bin Muhammad Ayub, Director of International Center of UMT, the Registrar of Mizoram University, senior officers, deans, lecturers, staffs, and from both UMT and MZU, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, it is my great pleasure to be here today on this auspicious occasion for the signing of Memorandum of Understanding MoU virtually due to the travel restrictions and the COVID-19 pandemic. It is an unprecedented episode in our life, and I wish all of you and all of us here to be safe and healthy. This ceremony marks an historical moment. This is UMT's first formal collaboration with an Indian university. Thank goodness. I hope that this maiden MoU will blaze the trail for many more collaborations with other Indian universities as we continue the networking. I believe such collaborations will offer many benefits to both partners. For UMT, these strategic partnerships will assist the university in achieving its mission, definitely. Obviously, this meaningful event this morning would not have been possible without the hard work of the people, as I mentioned earlier, from the University Faculty of Fisheries and Food Science, and they are the ones who initiated this MoU. So on this success, I would like to express to both UMT and MZU teams for my sincere thanks and appreciation. Namely, congratulations to the 4 specific individuals who have been working tirelessly the whole MoU process and also in the very beginning to initiate our relationship up to this end. Namely, Professor Dr. Muhammad Effendi Abdul Wahid as the Dean, Professor Dr. Samsul Bahari bin Abdul Razak as our expert, as well as Dr. Manur Ismail Shaikh, who is here with us, and Professor H.D. Laiden Hui Fente. Thank you very much, everyone. To our audience, ladies and gentlemen, I was really impressed with the video presentation on the Mizoram University and the campus and the people there. We are really delighted to see the the campus, which is an eco campus. And I would like to brief a little bit on the UMT part. As you have seen on the corporate video, I would like to say that the history of the university actually started way back in 1979, which was a spin-off from University Putra Malaysia, which is actually placed in the Klang Valley in Kuala Lumpur. We only, at the time, it was only a department. It's a Center for Fisheries and Marine Science. But later in 2007, the center was upgraded to the full-fledged university with the name change to the series of names previously until Universiti Malaysia Terengganu. It was a college, graduate to become a college and become a university. UMT became a 14th public university carrying the slogan, Oceans of Discoveries for Global Sustainability. Our philosophy is, with knowledge and practice. For UMT main campus here in Kuala Terengganu or Mengabang Teliput, under the district of Kuala Terengganu, we have this forthcoming plan for the second campus, which is going to be at Bukit Kor in Marang district, which is about half an hour away from our main campus now. The journey from here is going to be, it's exactly 1.5 hour drive. Depends on which car you drive. Okay, so there are 4 research stations located by the university, of which it becomes the natural labs. So there are islands and lake, within the state of Terengganu. So we also have an office as a strategic communication center, which is based in Putrajaya, the center for the government administration. So back here in the main campus, in Mengabang Teliput, we have about 10,000 to 12,000 students at one time. We have 5 faculties with 1 center and 4 research institutes. These institutes are our flagships in terms of the research and niche areas, bringing us to the next level. I would like to highlight in the faculties, especially we could actually look at the academic programs that we can do together with MZU. The first one is the Faculty of Science and Marine Environment, the Faculty of Fisheries and Food Science, of which we are closely related till now, the Faculty of Maritime Studies, Faculty of Ocean Engineering, Ocean Technology and Informatics, the Faculty of Business, Economics and Social Development, and the Center for Fundamental and Continuing Education. So in this regards, we just hope that the newly set up second campus in Bukit Kor, as I mentioned earlier, we focus more on the agricultural activities, the soft skills and holistic programs that we can do, recreational programs like jungle trekking and cycling. The place will become just like Mizoram University. I see is an eco-friendly, but with full of innovations and technology-driven activities. The center in Putrajaya, which is we offer a postgraduate MBA program. For this resources that we have, as you see earlier in the video, we provide the support for UMT to achieve its excellence performance, especially in the areas of research in the field of marine science and aquatic resources. It is unfortunate that the delegates from Mizoram University could not come as a part of the exchange visits due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We just hope that we would love to take you there for the visits of these research stations. But after this pandemic crisis of COVID-19, we just hope that eventually the border is lifted for our exchange program for traveling for you to come to this region and to visit us. Ladies and gentlemen, the collaboration between UMT and MZU has been ongoing, as mentioned, since 2019. Yeah, and Professor Rao came to my office, during your trip as a visiting professor. Thank you so much. I remember that very well. I recall your visit to my office. He shared with UMT and our team on the successful models for the incubation center at your university and provided two proposals to develop Marine Biotech Park and Apis Beekeeping Incubation Center. So this is in line what we have planned for the second campus. Uh, Actually, one of the proposals is currently in the process, and Prof. Rao had also shared with the UMT researchers on his best practices. While you were here also, Prof, we took you to visits of Shagahutang, which is our turtle sanctuary on the island of Redang. We also took you to the new developing campus, Bukit Kor. And also we showed you the stingless bee translational project that has been conducted by UMT at Al-Mustaqim Mosque. So I just certainly hope that you enjoy and cherish the visit in Terengganu, and you are welcome to come back. I appreciate the leadership and generosity given to us as well. Professor Rao was kind enough to sponsor our 5 academic members and 3 students of this university to an international conference in India during December 2019. Professor Rao, in his capacity as the General Secretary and Association of Biotechnology and Pharmacy, ABAP, has also honored Professor Shamsul Bahari Abdul Razak of UMT with Fellow Award of ABAP. Thank you very much. We are very proud of this and we are very honored. Thank you, Prof. We are also indebted to you on your arrangement and visits to the several institutions and industries in India during the same trip. Yeah, it's a very packed program and we thank you for that. When the MoU has been formally signed, our future collaborative activities between UMT and MZU will include the following. So we are hoping to have this enhancement of our collaboration by having first the speakers from MZU will be invited to give talks in our forthcoming program with the Southeast Asia Melatonin Symposium 2021 that will be held in connection with the World Bee Day on 20th May of 2021. We also have a plan for stingless bee workshop that will be conducted at MZU. Yeah. So, and the webinar series also continuously on the new horizons in science and technology will also be jointly organized. Apart from that, we have student exchange programs between both organizations will continue as we plan. We have jointly submit international research grant applications. We proceed for joint publications in that, as well as to develop translational research projects, continue what we have done here, and we know we can share with your university and you can share with what you have done to your community. We also would like to encourage both universities to actually highlight our successful product launching activities as well. So we have a lot in common, a lot of things that we share to go forward. So we just hope that to execute the activities that is going to support our common mission for sustaining development goals, SDGs, as we prescribe and given the mandate by the United Nations. The SDGs have been introduced by the UN General Assembly since 2015, and we have since 2017, this university has been gearing up towards our policies and our programs tailored to the SDGs, meaning that by 2018, we already have our assimilation of the ideas and putting the governance together to achieve a better sustainable future for the university and for all. Since there are 17 goals, as we know, yeah, we look at the compatibility of UMT and MZU, our common area of which we will focus on SDG 2, which is the zero hunger. It is really relevant to be carried out. This SDG seeks sustainable solutions to end hunger and to achieve food security. And we aim to ensure that everyone, everywhere, has enough good quality food to lead a healthy life. So this is a noble mission. We know that to achieve this goal, we will require better access to food and the widespread promotion of sustainable aquaculture, agriculture, and so forth. In a world with zero hunger can positively impact our economies, the agro-technological advancement towards health, yeah, meaning that from the resources base, natural resources base, through sustainable education, yeah, equality and social development. We just hope that our upcoming interest with the proposal on APIS Incubation Center that I mentioned earlier will be our collective efforts to address the SDG Zero Hunger by both outstanding universities. I believe the experts from UMT and MZU will together to be able to bring out ideas and blend the ideas together to have more SDG activities to complement what we are doing here for the future. So with this MoU, I consider our effort, even though it's a small way, we know that our university is also still quite young university. We would like to highlight to you that we know we'll be able to do it together as we have this journey towards excellence by having UMT ranked, yeah, 195 among top 200 universities in the ASEAN University ranking, the latest QS ASEAN University ranking. UMT also has received the ISO 9001-2015 certification from Malaysia Management Team. UMT also has been awarded the 5-star ranking by Malaysia Research Assessment Instrument, MIRA, and we are actually obtained with this star ranking, 5-star ranking in the tier 5 as it's being recognized nationally. UMT also has been ranked 370th. It's a big number, but world's most sustainable university by UI Green Metric World University Ranking. But we aspire to be in the fraternity of the universities that actually practice carbon-free campus, green financing, green campus. So I believe this is what MZU also is aspiring. So with these highlights of UMT achievements and aspiration, I just hope that our university will be able to make a strong partner for MZU, that we have this strong passion for learning and promotion of various disciplines in science and technology. So we will extend our research capabilities with specific goals to strengthen the power of our partnership with organizations, particularly to external parties, and promote our work to increase the global visibility. Specifically for this MoU, I just hope that we will leverage the wonderful collaborations, yeah, and the international research projects we are aspiring, the seminars and conferences that will reach out to large, yeah, global audience. We know that the technology transfer or knowledge transfer through students from faculty mobility programs that is ongoing, and we want to actually spearhead this together and actually increase our joint publications tremendously. So from the aspect of mobility program for students development, UMT has been offering 8 mobility programs and with credit transfer mode. So previously in 2019, UMT inbound mobility programs was joined by 348 participants from abroad. So this actually increased our ranking, yeah, in a way of this internationalization. So UMT also is putting a lot of efforts to internalize our students as well by sending 431 students, previously abroad through the outbound mobility programs. So they could have this opportunity to explore and gain more experience and knowledge to help them build their soft skills and experience, and at the same time enhance their holistic approach. So with this, the world is facing the issue of COVID-19 pandemic with India, Malaysia. We know that with this restriction, our mobility program, we need to consider a new approach, new normal for the implementation of it. So which is right now we can start with the virtual implementation. We can start with the more of video in terms of sharing, in terms of conferences. But I'm sure this does not limit our effort to collaborate and to interact with each other. So during this pandemic, the mobility program, we know that it's so the response, yeah, is huge with 633 students joined the outbound mobility program and 235 participants from abroad who have joined the inbound mobility program here. So in everything returns to normal, we know that it is coming back to normal. I just hope that the implementation of this real mobility program, which is actually the physical interaction, yeah, seeing face-to-face activities, uh, with interaction with each other, I hope that we have more greater impact in the future, and we have to pray for it. I would like, on behalf of the university, to welcome the students, lecturers, yeah, experts from MZU to actually assist in our mobility programs, both at UMT and through our virtual and long distance program as well. So the relationship between us, yeah, UMT and MZU, I just hope that we'll continue to harness the associated synergistic benefits. So in this result, we should be able to have to use the best approaches, growth strategies, best practices that will lead to the improve our plans, strides in teaching, research, knowledge-based products, and also services towards other societal benefit. We know that our mainstream activities, the core business is teaching, research, and services. I would like to take this opportunity that my sincere appreciation to MZU for willingness to be our partner, and it is my hope that this cooperation that will mark the beginning of a long-lasting relationship between both our universities. Professor Rao and the whole team, lecturers, students of MZU and UMT, community, student, lecturers, I would like to say thank you for your efforts and God bless. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Datuk Dr. Noor Aini, for the warm welcoming speech and the important message regarding these collaborations. Moving on, I would like to introduce the Vice Chancellor of Mizoram University, Professor Dr. KRS Sambasivarao, who is still on the line with us in this session, live from Mizoram, India. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Kiara Sambasivarao to deliver his remarks on behalf of Mizoram University. Professor, the floor is yours. We're having
Good
some.
morning.
Professor, can you? Yes, Professor, the floor is yours.
Good morning, Professor Norini binti Muqtad Ji. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. I also I invite all the fraternity of University of Malaysia, Terengganu, Professor Muhammad Effendi Abdul Wahid, the Dean Faculty of Fisheries and Food Science, Professor Shamsul, and other faculty members of food science and marine biology, and other officials of in UMT, and my colleagues in Mizoram University, Professor Fente, Professor John, Professor Jadan Pachao, Professor Parte, and Tulanga, and other faculty. It is a wonderful opportunity for me to speak on this occasion. Yes, I visited UMT 2 years back, and it was a wonderful experience for me in my life. Such a wonderful university I never saw in the recent past. And I remember still my visit to Tortoise Research Station at Crocodile Island. It was a very memorable visit for me. I saw one of the girl. I always used to tell Samshul and other faculty members. I forgot her name. That Julie, I think. No, Julie or I forgot. One girl, final year girl. She was working alone in Tortoise Island for almost 6 months for MSc project work. And I immediately offered her, why don't you come to our Mizoram University? We will give PhD seat for you. Stipend and everything I will give. Such a wonderful, brave girl I never saw in my lifetime. Even for me to stay alone for 6 months in such an island, and where a lot of pythons will be coming and crocodiles are coming. Such an island, it was a dangerous island. She was staying alone for 6 months. And I still remember that girl. I gave an open offer. Wherever you want in India, I will get PhD seat for you. Like that, I told her. But once she wrote me, but after that, I don't know where she was, what she was doing. Such a beautiful, dedicated students I never saw. Only at UMT, Terengganu, I saw that. And I really thank Professor Shamsul and Dean Effendi for giving me an opportunity to visit UMT and spend some time and taking some classes to food science students, food technology students in UMT. And it was a wonderful opportunity for me and to see the various facilities at UMT. It was a wonderful facilities, and I consider the marine biotechnology department is one of the best in the Malaysia and also in the world. And it is really known for getting, I think, top 250 rank, I think, marine biotechnology in the Times ranking. And they have a very good facilities. And that time we invited them to visit our Mizoram University. And it was a memorable experience. And because of COVID-19, I could not make second visit to EMT, and I could not meet all my good friends there in EMT. But I hope that in the future, I can definitely visit EMT for further collaborations. And as Madam has mentioned, as adjunct faculty of UMT, I have prepared two proposals and sent to UMT for establishing marine biotechnology incubator and also the honeybee incubator. I have sent two proposals prepared by me and sent to Dean and Shamsul for establishing in UMT for that. And whatever the facility, technical help is required from our side, we are ready to do. Because as rightly pointed out by Madam, we have 3 incubator centers in our Mizoram University. One is DST Incubator Center, which is mainly emphasizing on biopharmaceuticals and biodiversity and also IoT and other manufacturing technologies. That is funded by DST, Department of Science and Technology. And it has so far 15 startups were mentored by the DST incubator, and out of them they are very well doing, and they have established throughout the Mizoram and Northeast region as one of the best centers in Mizoram and also in the Northeast region. And we have one more incubator sanctioned by DBT, Department of Biotechnology, that is actually under Bionest program. And they also will be emphasizing on biodiversity, biopharmaceuticals, and biotechnology and the food technology area. And they have been also, they established it recently, and they have been mentoring many people in Mizoram University and also Mizoram State and Northeast region for developing startups in this particular area. And recognizing the hard work of Mizoram University, which has got only 20 years of establishment, but still it has got one of the best university in the Northeast region. And the Defense Research Development Organization of Government of India has established one DRDO Northeast Regional Center, Science and Technology Center, for as one of the DRDO incubator here. And so far they have just released last year only it has been established during just before the COVID-19, and they have released so far 8 projects. And on 17th of this month we are going to have one more workshop for considering 37 projects for assessment. And if those are also being considered, it will be giving regularly every year crores of money for DRDO incubator. And it is the main emphasis. There are 5 verticals in the particular DRDO region, that is in the area of the environment control, and also in the area of food technology, in the area of biological biological and technical processes, and establishing which are interested to defense region, that particular incubator will be working. And recently we have established, last year we have established food technology in our university, and we have established the food technology department with good qualified faculty. And Jodin Pachao is here, and we have also been shortlisted for establishing food testing laboratory funded by Minister of Food Processing, and we are it is under consideration, and that is going to be developed in our Mizoram University very soon, because Mizoram has got one of the food park mega park in Mizoram state, established by Government of India, Minister of Food Processing, because Mizoram is known for organic farming. And also the many vegetables, fruits, and which are being produced here are exported to many parts of the country. And also the flowers and floriculture is also one of the area. It is also been exported to many countries. So Mizoram Mega Food Park is one of the famous recent addition to Mizoram state, and it is also been established in a big way by the Government of India. So, and Mizoram, as you know, that geographically it is very close to Malaysia, because we are bordering Myanmar, and we are bordering Bangladesh one side, and we are bordering Myanmar another side. So I was told by my people, it was under the foothills of fag end of the Himalayan region, and it is almost close to one side. It is close to Singapore. That is, after through Myanmar, it can go to Singapore, and I know that Singapore is close to Malaysia. So I think geographically Mizoram is very close to Malaysia. I presume like that, because we have a terrestrial way to Myanmar, and from there people say that we can go to Indonesia, we can go to Singapore. So I presume definitely it will be close to Malaysia also. So with this, and we have 9 schools in our university. As I did not prepare very elaborate manner, Madam has prepared very nice presentation. I'm sorry for not preparing any PowerPoint presentation, but I can just put forth before you that we have 9 schools in our university, like School of Physical Sciences, School of Life Sciences, School of Fine Arts and Architecture, and School of Humanities and Social Education, and School of Social Sciences, and School of Natural Resource Management, and School of Medicine and Paramedical Sciences. So we have 39 departments in our university, 39 departments, and we are not having, unfortunately, we are not having any marine resources because we are very far away from the sea. But in that particular area, we may not be in a position to collaborate with UMT, because UMT is the authority in the area of marine sciences. But we are very far away from the sea. But we have even aquaculture also, we had very less resources for aquaculture in our Mizoram, because it is totally hilly area. And we have only some areas, the riverine fisheries are been cultured in Mizoram. Very less activity of fish culture is been followed here. But in other areas, like honeybee is one of the important area we can collaborate, because I know that UMT has got one of the best honeybee incubation center, and many startups were developed in UMT for honeybee production. I visited that place also, honeybee production place, where UMT has got another station along with the tortoise research station, and in that particular area we can definitely collaborate with you. And one of our faculty has been invited by your university to participate in the 2021 honeybee production summit. He is going to come, or he is going to participate in the virtual mode. And in future, I'd like to request the Madam Vice Chancellor to visit Mizoram along with all your faculty, and we can always extend our facilities to UMT students, particularly in the area of biotechnology, DST incubator and DBT incubator, and also in the DRDO incubator. The facilities can be utilized by the students of UMT, and anytime the faculty are ready to help, because I know it is one of the best university in Malaysia. I personally visited the UMT, and the facilities will be, the students are very good. And I always remember that girl whom I saw in Tortoise Research Center. I presume definitely most of the students in UMT will be very good like that girl. Always I take the model, that girl actually, Madam, you have to call her, and you have to see that that kind of brave girl should be felicitated by UMT. Such a wonderful girl I never saw in my lifetime, staying alone in an island where no others are there. So this is really wonderful. I always feel that. Thank you very much, and we are in future we'll be very glad to collaborate. And I invite Madam personally to Mizoram University. I know that I'm sorry because I invite you to Mizoram University and spend some time and see all the facilities, because Mizoram is one of the model state for many activities. Even COVID-19, it is one of the best monitored state in the country of India, because there is one more state, Lakshadweep, and next to Lakshadweep, Mizoram. Actually, we have only 9 deaths reported in Mizoram. And we have reported several 5,000 to 6,000 cases in Mizoram. But out of 5,000, 6,000 cases, only 9 cases were deaths reported because of COVID-19. They were also having other diseases because of that particular problem only, that those deaths was reported. And it was one of the best model state for control of COVID-19. And even today, we are very happy to stay in Mizoram without any COVID infection. And even when the COVID has broken, there are no masks and no sanitizers and no PPE kits in Mizoram. But actually, during lockdown time also, the Mizoram themselves, even our DST incubator has developed some PPE kits, and masks are developed by one of our handloom weaver center. and they have manufactured several masks by our university and supplied to many people. And several housewives in Mizoram state, they themselves started stitching masks and PPE kits, and they supplied to whole state of Mizoram. And they became a model for whole country in controlling the COVID-19. And it is proved to be one of the wonderful, successful event. And even during the COVID-19 lockdown time, when ration is being supplied or when curfew is imposed, it is one example I mentioned here. Everywhere, if curfew is imposed, people will always say why curfew is imposed. A lot of inconvenience will be there. But in Mizoram, curfew is lifted one day for convenience of the citizens. All citizens revolted. Why curfew is lifted? Because curfew, they are very much aware that if curfew is lifted, people will be getting again exposed to COVID-19. So they don't want to be lifted the curfew, and they revolted on the government why curfew is lifted. That is the attitude of the people, self-disciplined and very dedicated for control of state and also the people. So it is a wonderful state, biodiversity state and biodiversity hotspots. And we have 90% of the forest area and beautiful climatic conditions, and it is a workplace to visit and see the people of Mizo people. Mizo girls and boys are very good and very dedicated students, and they will be one of the best hardworking students, and they can be even sent to UMT for further studies to, and if they are interested, and it will be a wonderful opportunity for us to collaborate in this particular direction. I thank you very much once again for giving me an opportunity and signing MoU with UMT. We deem it is one of the best opportunity for our university students to have a collaboration with one of the best university in the country, Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Aris Sivarao, for Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now proceed to the highlight event of the day, the MoU signing session. We will have two signing offs in this order. First, we will have Professor from UMT to sign the document. Professor, you may get ready for the session.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. It is my great pleasure on behalf of Universiti Malaysia Terengganu, UMT, to sign this MoU. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vice Chancellors. With the completion of document signing, let us watch the montage video of the MoU document. Thank you, professors. We shall now proceed with the photo session to commemorate this ceremony. For this, I welcome all guests on the line to be in this photo, and all guests are requested to turn on the camera for this photo. All right, and in the count of 3, already. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right. Thank you very much, all guests, for the key operations. So following this ceremony, the respective officers from both university will coordinate the exchange, and UMT and MZU would then have their respective copies with the signatures of both vice chancellors and witnesses. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, the time is rapidly approaching to the end of the ceremony. We wish to extend our sincerest appreciation, as well our best wishes for the good health and well-being of everyone who joined us this evening. Till we meet again, thank you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.